Hi, I'm Rick with TGW.com. This is our 2024 Driver Roundup video. This video is intended for players with average driver clubhead speed of about 85 to 95. We tested 7 players, and it's our goal to determine the best driver based on total distance and accuracy or dispersion. The drivers that we tested in alphabetical order by the manufacturer were the Callaway Paradigm AI Smoke Max, the Cleveland Launcher XL2, the Cobra Dark Speed Max, the Mizuno ST Max 230, the Ping G430 Max 10K, the TaylorMade QI10 Max, and the Titleist TSR2. We tested all the players in a controlled environment here inside our performance center at TGW.com using our Foresight Quad launch monitor. We tried to match each driver when it comes to loft and shaft to what they were using with their current driver. And all of the shafts that we used for testing were no upcharge shafts. Before we determine the winners of the total driving category, I'm going to go over some of the differences that we saw in just the ball flight, starting with ball speed. The driver that gave us the fastest ball speed overall was the Callaway Paradigm AI Smoke Max driver. On average, our players were seeing a ball speed of just under 126 miles an hour. In a close second was the TaylorMade QI10 Max at 124.5, and third was the Ping G430 Max 10K driver at 123.7 miles an hour. Launch angle is something that's very important for getting the right trajectory and maximizing your distance on your drives. If you're a low ball hitter and looking for a driver that launches the ball higher, the driver that launched the ball highest for our group of testers was the Mizuno ST Max 230 at just under 15 degrees of launch angle. Second was the Cobra Dark Speed Max at just over 14 degrees. And third, right at 14 degrees, was the Titleist TSR2. On the contrary, if you need a driver that launches the ball lower, the lowest launching driver in our group was the Cleveland Launcher XL2 at 12.4 degrees. Backspin is something that we're all concerned about, getting the right amount of backspin. Players can have too little or too much. If you're looking for less backspin, the driver that gave us the least amount of backspin was, again, the Callaway Paradigm AI Smoke Max driver at 2,400 RPMs. Second was the Cleveland Launcher XL2 at just over 2,500 RPMs. And third was the Titleist TSR2 at 2,600 RPMs. Again, on the contrary, if you're a low spin player and you need a little bit more spin to keep your ball in the air, the driver that gave us the most backspin was the Mizuno ST Max 230 at just over 3,100 RPMs of spin. Overall trajectory is again something that players might be looking to raise or lower. The driver that gave us the overall highest trajectory was the Cobra Dark Speed Max at about 66 feet total maximum elevation. Second was the Mizuno ST Max 230 at 64 feet. And third was the Titleist TSR2 at 61.2 feet. Again, on the contrary, if you're already a high ball hitter and you want to bring your trajectory down, the driver that gave us the lowest overall trajectory was, again, the Cleveland Launcher XL2. With its low launch and its low spin characteristics, our players only achieved a maximum trajectory of only 50 feet. And the descent angle. We all want our driver to come down with a nice shallow descent angle to maximize carry and give us some roll on the back end. The driver that gave us the shallowest descent angle, again with its low launch, low spin, and low overall trajectory, was the Cleveland Launcher XL2, came down at only a 31-degree descent angle. Second would be the Ping G430 10K at just under 32 degrees. And third, and a close third, would be the Callaway Paradigm AI Smoke Max driver at right at 32 degrees. And now lastly, to determine total driving, we're going to combine the ranking of all 7 drivers, 1st through 7th. We're going to combine the overall ranking of total distance and rank them in dispersion. So the group that had the tightest dispersion, we'll rank those 1 through 7. We'll combine each ranking to determine the total driving winner. And we have a tie between the Ping G430 Max 10K driver and the TaylorMade QI10 Max. The Ping ranked first in overall dispersion and fourth in total distance, giving it a combined ranking of 5. The TaylorMade QI10 Max driver ranked second in total distance amongst our players and third in dispersion, also equaling 5. Now, just because those two drivers tied to win our 2024 Driver Roundup doesn't mean that you shouldn't give all of these drivers a try. That's our Driver Roundup for 2024 for players with average club head speed of 85 to 95 miles an hour with the driver. We hope that this helps you make some better buying decisions or at least points you in the right direction. Be on the lookout for more videos to come.